No team means more to a city than the Packers to Green Bay, and this was the scene a few moments ago as the green and gold made their way out of the historic tunnel. They're ready to go as they get set to match up with Cam Newton and the Carolina Panthers. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Ready.
On 1st and 10, Newton. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
Gun.
And the Panther first down.
A first carry for Christian McCaffrey, who made his first Pro Bowl last year. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2. Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. And a big loss here as he's taken down. A few issues here on the offensive line. Apparently, he got sacked 5 times last week. They got to him here in the first quarter.
And I would think that running the ball would be paramount here because it's a different team they're facing, but they watch the film as well. So they'll take many of those same principles and try and apply them in this game to see if they fixed what was wrong with them in the last game.
Well, that's going to go in the books as a 50. Five-yard punt. Well done. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10, just shy of the 30.
Check 26. Over. 22 jet bomber. Hey, check 24.
They'll go with their leading rusher from a season ago. This is Aaron Jones. And not much, maybe a yard up to the 29.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 9, Rodgers. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Mike, 53. 53. Mike. You better be afraid of me.
On 3rd and long, it's Rodgers. Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
You better be ready next time.
3rd and long, defense with no fear. They brought the pressure.
Zero fear at all. That means they feel really good about the guys who are going to cover. But the biggest one is they think their pressure will get there before he has a chance to find an open receiver.
An excellent return that time, 26 yards. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw again. Newton to the right side and complete to Thomas. And he's taken down at the 50 after a short gain of 2.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
And he's got Fitzgerald. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there.
Great. Set.
First down, Carolina.
Hey!
On 1st down, it's Newton. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. Preston Smith comes in for the sack. Another try after the 1st down sack. Newton flushed, and he fires one that's intercepted. Kevin King with a pick.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now the Auburn product, Corey Grant. Touchdown, Packers! Corey Grant, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. And there you go, nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it. Fundamental football. Good blocking, beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Back to the air, Newton on 2nd down. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Zadarius Smith, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. So now Cam leads the Panthers up following the sack. Carolina facing 3rd and long. Now Newton. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Antonio Brown can wreak havoc in so many ways. Here he's able to cause a PI penalty.
He runs the defensive backs with such speed and power I think it creates panic on their end. A lot of times they just reach out and grab him, and that's the result there, a pass interference call.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? It creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you go make a play on the football.
8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
20.
Second down pass play got them 8 yards. Now they've got a third and a couple remaining.
Gun.
Out of the gun, Newton. Fitzgerald bringing it in over the middle. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. 7 yards on the quick slant and a first down. From the 50, Newton. Got a man right side, it's McCaffrey. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12.
Set. Ready.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
Throwing again is Newton. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The wideout, Chris Hogan, the intended receiver. And it's third down.
It's third down and 12.
Now, this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Watch the slant.
To throw on third down. Newton, he can run for it, and he will. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Panther football to start quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
42.
On first down, Newton. Rush coming, and he's taken down. A rough couple of weeks for the man under center. 5 sacks last week, 4 now this week. Do you try to design some quicker developing plays if you're an offensive coordinator?
I think you do that. I think you also change his launch point at times. In other words, move your pocket to the right, to the left, roll him out, bootlegging. Do some different things so they can't just rely on the fact that he's going to take 3 to 5 steps back in the pocket and line up and throw the football.
Yeah, current formula's not working right now. On third down, Newton. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
And this one is right down Broadway. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle. Right? No big plays given up. No balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on.
one?
What does that mean? Break out just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at the 20. This is Grant. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Slam. Check hot route. Hot.
Here's Rodgers to throw. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
Now a pass hauled in downfield. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. One heck of a third down conversion, 33 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On 2nd and a couple, Rodgers, he'll let this go for the end zone. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
Coverage was very good that time. A nice job to smother him as the ball arrived, and that ensured an incomplete pass.
And it keeps 6 points off the board. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2.
Ain't no such thing as a low side.
Check. Wipe up. Mike is 59. Mike is 59. Hey, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball. Alert flag. Alert.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. And incomplete. Almost intercepted. The D lineman almost had it. Couldn't hang on. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game, because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
Would have been a decently long field goal, 51 yards from here, but instead they're going to go for it.
Go to 50. Hey, you block over here. 59 is Mike. 59 is Mike. Check, 59. Hey, Foxtrot.
They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. Oh, trying to get that to Adams, but that's intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards. From the gun on 3rd down, Newton. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Devondre Campbell flies in to blow that play up.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
At their own 20-yard line.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can try to have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
59 Mike, 59 Mike, check, 59. I got one,
Throwing is Rodgers on third down. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there. That brings up fourth. Here's J.K. Scott now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. This will be fielded at the 17. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Check, 42's the mark. Great. 42's the mark, 42's the mark.
To throw again on second down. Newton. No, he almost had it. Already with one interception, just missing his second there.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Von Bell, and they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
On second and 9, Newton, and Thomas has it. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 11 yards there, first down. Now Newton. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. A nice little screen. They get 6 on first down. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's second and 4. Throwing is Newton. Fitzgerald's got it right side. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. The offense on third down tonight, 3 for 7 so far in this game. They're looking at third and a few in. Packer pressure, and down he goes. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. On now, Graham Gano. He's hit from 63 as recently as last year. This will approach NFL record territory. It's a 62-yard attempt. And this won't get there. Won't be on line either. It's no good. Off to the right. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, this is a guy who is already among an elite group of kickers that have hit from 60-plus in an NFL game, but that's a tough ask to try and get him to produce another one here.
You're exactly right. It's elite group for a reason, isn't it? No small feat for him to hit it from that distance. This one doesn't go through. I always marvel at those guys because it's the same approach every time, the same smoothness when they swing their leg. Doesn't look like they're putting anything extra even when they're kicking it for 60-plus.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
It's now 2nd and 10.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Live.
Throwing again. Rodgers. He's going to throw one up for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Gary and Conley. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. They're going to be stopped up on this first down run. He might have gotten back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. So we've reached intermission here in a low-scoring game. 7-3 is our score. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. This fielded at the 2. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
At their own 32-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
See if they do just that. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Rodgers completes it left side to the tight end Lewis. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here.
Mike, 55. Check, 55, Mike.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A 3rd down gain of 19.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
Rodgers now on 1st down. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's looking.
Rodgers going to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass.
218, chop.
And now we get a timeout called on the defensive side of the ball by the Panthers. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
59, Mike is 59, Mike 26. Not today, you are. Not today.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. He's going to fire one deep, and his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Von Bell. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
A good start to the drive. Here's that's caught out on the left side. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Newton going to hand it off to McCaffrey. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. On 2nd and 9, Newton. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. A big play there for Carolina. 42 yards.
Tell you what, partner, you get the football in his hands, just give him a little bit of open space. As we just saw, he can make you pay.
And he wasn't the top option there, but check down turned into first down and then some. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Throwing middle, and it's complete. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. On 2nd down, Jacobs. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Preston Smith there on the stop.
And it's 3rd down.
Hey, 20.
Newton looking to throw on 3rd and 1. Well, it's a shuffle pass, and it's complete. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. He needed a yard. That's what he got, and it's going to earn him a new set of downs. Newton now to throw. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. Ian Thomas, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Panthers have taken the lead. Extra point try good by Gano. And the lead is now 10-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Von Bell, and they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
Check 3, check 8. Check. Wait. 8.
Now following the interception, here's Newton. He's going. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Antonio Brown. His 14th touchdown now on the year. And thanks to the interception, the Panthers offense cashes in with 6. Gano the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Here we go.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. They find themselves down 17-7 as they start this drive 1st and 10. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. Tackle made by K'Wan Short.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Rodgers. Got a man right side. It's Sharp. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 37. Line of scrimmage moves from one 37-yard line to the other as they come up 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
1 yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 1.
Switch it. Come on, switch it.
At the 36-yard
Hey,
line.
26. 59, Mike. Check, 59. Topper.
Again, it's Jones. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. To throw, it's Rodgers. It's complete to Grant. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Aaron Rodgers, 3 fourth-quarter comebacks last year. That's the most he's had in one season in his entire career, and he's going to need another one right now.
Hey, 88. Check 59, Mike. Mike is 59. Mike to 59. Check back.
Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. That's complete, right around the 8. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit. Now Jones. And a second effort gets him in. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones with touchdown number 7 on the year, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. I think you'd have to say defensively, these guys are doing their job pretty well, right?
Yeah, we talked about them holding them under 20 points, right, on defense. And they've done that. They've held them. The problem is their own offense hasn't answered their challenge, which was to score more.
Yeah, exactly. I remember you saying magic number was right around 20, and the offense has been the issue. You're right. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. To throw again. Newton. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's 3rd down.
I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got to lead, you've got to protect it, and he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, 4th quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that one probably should have been picked, huh?
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
21 yards. Well done on the return. And possession will switch hands. 1st and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. And I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. They want to be methodical, but they want to take the big strike and go after it right now.
On 1st down, nothing opening up really on the running play. Give him maybe a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Check 50. Inside. Hey, check 26.
61, matchbox light.
They'll go again to Jones. Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6. Rodgers on 3rd down. Well, the 2 men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively. Brings up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 15-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with a game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
16 yards right off the bat and a 1st down. Now a 1st down throw for Newton. Over the middle, open is Thomas. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 16 yards, a little deja vu from the previous play where they got 16.
1st down, Panthers.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Check 9, check 9.
Back to throw, Newton. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Back to the air, Newton on 2nd down. Escaping the pressure right. He's got the 1st down and more inside the 40. Newton able to use those legs and get past the marker to pick up the 1st. So an instance there of Cam being Cam. We know he can use his legs.
And with that big body, it's hard to get him down, even if you get a clear shot on him. Plus, he moves it a lot faster than what people think. And boy, does he have fun playing the game of football.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. From the gun, here's Newton. There goes a deep ball, end zone. That's Brown, touchdown, Carolina. Antonio Brown with touchdown number 15 on the year and 2nd of the game. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. Extra point try good by Gano. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him. All right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Throwing now is Rodgers. They'll give him a yard on the play, and that'll make this a 2nd down. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Rodgers now to throw. Throw left side complete. It's Grant. Call it a pickup of 7, and that'll bring up a 3rd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Rodgers looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And he finds his target. It's sharp. Touchdown, Packers. In for the score, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play. And facing a 2nd and long. Newton. He's going deep for Brown. And that's caught inside the 30. A big play there for Carolina. 52 yards. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. On first down, this is McCaffrey. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. Less than 2 to play with just a field goal separating these two sides. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead. Newton to throw. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Josh Jones. You got the slim lead late and the football, so why are you throwing it there?
Remember during the year when we asked one of the head coaches, if you're in this spot, why would you throw the ball? And he talked about trust in his quarterback and trust in his offense.
But still.
And then at the end he kind of went, yeah, not really a good reason.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
59, Mike is 59. Mike to 59. I got you.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. Now look out, Rodgers lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Back to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. It's the Pro Bowler Luke Kuechly that picks it. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense as the scouting report?
And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a two-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, two-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Back to throw, Rodgers. This one to the right, caught by Valdez-Scantling. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Rodgers to throw. And that's complete to Lewis. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now Rodgers. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. To throw is Rodgers. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The all-pro linebacker Luke Kuechly right there on the coverage, stride for stride.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. Former Buckeye first-rounder Garyon Conley there to knock that away.
Check. Right 88. Mike 91. Watch the run. Watch the run. Watch the run.
Newton's going to throw it. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Watch the screen. Check. Gun.
Now Newton. Flush to his right. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. 16 yards, a first down.
A gain of 16 yards.
Oh, now look at this. They're lining up to add 3 more, a little insult to injury here late in the game. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. Oh, now look at this. They're lining up to add 3 more, a little insult to injury here late in the game. On the right hash, it's a 43-yard attempt. And the kick is good. So you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these two teams meet. But until then, this game's over.